Now, a 6 News update.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lori Tucker. Thank you so much for joining us here on WATE.com right around the 2 o'clock hour. It's typically a bit of a lull in the afternoon when it comes to our fundraising efforts, but the phones have been ringing off the hook all day for Operation Honor Guard on this day of giving. This is a major fundraiser, the biggest fundraiser for our Honor Guard units in our East Tennessee area. As you all know, the Honor Guard does so much to give grieving families such peace and pride as they preside over military funerals for veterans who have served their country honorably. This is at no cost to the family. And if you have a family member who has passed away and you have had the privilege of having an Honor Guard oversee that funeral, it is something you will never forget. I know personally, my father passed away back in December. He was a Korean War veteran, and we had the Honor Guard in his home state come out, and to have the flag handed to you and an Honor Guard member saying, looking into your eyes, saying, you know, this, on behalf of the President of the United States, we want to thank your father for his service. It is something that I choke back with emotion as I remember. A lot of people have also told us that the Honor Guard, when they deliver the eulogy, they've discovered things about their family members they didn't know. As we all know, if you have someone in your family who is serving or has served, a lot of them don't like to talk about it. And so a lot of times you will find out from the Honor Guard who goes back and looks at records and things and finds out all kinds of information about the hero or heroine in your life that they share at their final farewell. So there are lots of things, lots of aspects about the Honor Guard that you may not be aware of, and that certainly is one. All right, right now what you're looking at is our volunteer panel, and they're from Pinnacle, our financial partners, and I'd like to chat a little bit more. We talked earlier with Carl Marlowe, business advisor with K&L, which is a division of Pinnacle. We want to thank you so much. When we first started talking with you, Carl, you were waiting for your first phone call to come in.
Right.
So now you've had a few. What are people saying to you?
Well, they're just really expressing their need to help, and they really appreciate it. A lot of them have stories, as you were alluding to a moment ago, about how they showed up at their families, a grandfather, a father, and as you stated, the emotions they had from that was just tremendous. I myself, my brother was a Vietnam veteran, and when he passed, they were at his funeral as well. And it really is, it's an emotional time. The pride that you have for that understanding, like you were saying, what they did and what you hear from them is really just tremendous. And the people are they're just so happy to donate. They really are.
You know, our region, as you know, from working in business here and being part of our community, our region is so giving and supportive in many different areas. But the volunteer spirit, when it comes to our veterans, is alive and well, and that's as it should be.
It is true. I was out at the Turkey Creek location earlier, and they had several of the Honor Guard gentlemen out there, and they were out and collecting with the buckets, and people really helping, and they're just a cut above. They really are fantastic, and as you said, the area here, the people, we're all about donating and helping people and doing what we can for our community, and it just shows by the phone calls we're receiving today.
You know, whether it's $5, $20, or $5,000, which we received not too long ago, it doesn't matter at all. I mean, it all matters, but it all goes into the same pot.
Yes.
So we accept and appreciate every single dollar.
Yes, it accumulates.
Yeah.
It doesn't take just a little bit or a lot. It doesn't matter. It all accumulates, and it really helps someone.
Coming from a business advisor.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, thank you. We'll let you get back on there and talk to some folks. Carl, we appreciate you very much. And I want to let you know, since we're online, let me read to you some of the messages that we're receiving from people. Hazel donated $25, Gary $25, Robbie and Candace $100. And they're simply saying, I donated in support of this campaign. Here's one from Charlotte. This is in memory of her husband, Carol Smith. And Frida, I donated. Also, we have a lot of anonymous folks donating all different amounts. One says simply, we must never forget. We have more than 100 supporters here who have donated right now, right at $10,000. And let me talk more. I know we've been talking about this all day, but let's talk a little bit more about where the dollars go. You know, when we first started here at WATE, covering Operation Honor Guard and the fundraiser every year, when we decided to do this, we saw the need in the form of transportation, especially with our local Honor Guard unit, our East Tennessee veterans, because we took a look at their van. You could literally see the ground beneath the front passenger side floorboard. It was just so sad, and the van was not reliable. It had so many miles on it. It was just really a wreck. And so when they said we could really use a new van, when we asked, well, what are your needs? We set out to try to make that happen, and thanks to you, that absolutely did happen. And now they have this wonderful van that is safe. It's there to transport them and all of their equipment, the rifles used in the volleys for the funerals. Everything they need is transported in the van, and it just is a wonderful boost for them. It lets them know that you all support them, that all of us as community members support them, and it's just something that we can do to let them know, hey, we're here for you because you're here for our families who are saying that final farewell to their loved one who served their country with honor. So that's one of the expenses, but also their uniforms. Carl was mentioning that they're a cut above, and I love how you put that. They're a cut above because our Honor Guard members are out collecting money along with us. They said, hey, we're going to do the work too, and they don't have to do that, but they choose to do that. And they're in their full dress uniforms depicting their different branches of service. We have been out there with them when these fundraisers have been held in October when it's blazing hot. And there they are, standing tall and proud. You'd never know that they're uncomfortable and part of their military training, and it has withstood the test of time with them. And also in these cold temperatures as well, they're out there doing the same thing. So this is the very least we can do, but those uniforms, until this fundraiser came about, they had to pay upwards of $800 for their uniforms, close to $1,000 in today's dollars. And so this fundraiser pays for a lot of those things as well. Gloves, they may need a new pair of gloves. Any number of things. What you're looking at right now is a funeral service, and they have done as many as 3 a day. You can listen to taps there for a second. Taps is part of the service. There's the volley. It's not a 21-gun salute, well, for everyone. Some military members do receive that. For the most, it's a volley, and that's very touching. You're looking at one of our local cemeteries there, the Veterans Cemetery off of Lionsview Pike, and this is one of the funerals, if I'm not mistaken, that was for an unclaimed veteran, and that really tugs at your heart. And we have spoken to some of our Honor Guard members who say it tugs at their hearts as well, knowing that a veteran has died alone. But they don't want that to be the case, and so they're there for the veteran. And that's really special to them. Give us a call if you can, or donate online right here on WATE.com. But the phone number to call if you want to talk to somebody, I'll pick up the phone, talk to you as well. Would love to hear from you, 865-582-4985. We had a woman call. I won't give her name because she did not explicitly give me permission to do so. Very nice woman. Everybody who's been so lovely when they've called in. But she called and said, I'm from a military family, and she was giving in memory of her father-in-law and some other family members, and she donated so generously $5,000. So that's pretty amazing. I think you talked with her.
I did, yes.
Carl, what did she have to say to you?
Well, she just basically expressed the need to help because you know she values what her family has done, and is very proud of it, and she should be.
Absolutely.
Yes.
She works for a company that we won't mention now because we haven't confirmed that this is going to happen, but she works for a company that may very well be able to match those funds. So we have people out there working to raise as much money as they can because they believe in this. We believe in this. And this is something that is so important to every family member, whether you have someone in the military or not. Consider this donation a tribute to those who have served our country or will serve our country, because this is the final salute, if you will, the final farewell, as we have mentioned, to someone who has honorably served their country. We've had some people in answering the phones who had sons and daughters who are serving right now and got a little emotional talking about that, and also some veterans who have served our country, and they answered the phone with Pinnacle as well. So it's really nice to be able to spend this time talking to those of you in the community and learning your stories, learning what this means to you, and giving what you can. And again, that's the message here. If you could just give what you can, all putting this together is going to make a huge difference. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at the total that we have right now. I wanted to do that earlier, but let's see where we are. Wow. $42,874. I have to tell you, I'm just hearing from Chad, our director, the match we talked about was confirmed. So if I could say the name of the company, it's Merck, the giant pharmaceutical company, Merck. And I did not get express permission from our gal who donated, our lovely lady, but we want to thank her very much. So if you're watching, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. $42,874. This is huge, especially for this time of day, because we're hours ahead of where we were last year. Last year we raised $70,000 at the end of the day, and that was 7:30 in the evening. So we're really doing well.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's keep it going, everybody. Once again, the number to call, 865-582-4985. We also have a QR code that I'm going to show you right now, and we can leave it up for just a bit so you can take your time and take a photo of that, and that will take you right to the donation page. And it's very, very easy. There will be incremental amounts that you can give. You can fill it out. You can put your message there. And that's one of the things that is really touching with us, not only talking with you, which we love, but also seeing in writing. For example, Robert Parker III is a former Navy officer and a current American Legion Post 53 service officer. I greatly appreciate the respect you show to our passing veterans, you meaning Honor Guard. And so he made a lovely donation. Susan Brummett, in memory of James Brummett. Catherine Hamilton, listen to this. The Honor Guard took care of my husband when he passed away. I appreciate their care, their respect, and their dedication to our deceased veterans. Others simply saying, I donated in support of this campaign. Let's see if we have more. We have well over 100, as I mentioned earlier. So many saying simply, I donated in support. This one from Jennifer Lovett, in honor of the men who served at my stepfather's service back in 2001. I will never forget their words of kindness and dedication to the service. 2001. So you'll never forget the experience and the respect paid to your loved one. Let's see. Anonymous says simply, we must never forget. Isn't that the truth?
Fantastic, fantastic. Let me get this put in for you.
And this is one I read earlier,
Are you doing okay?
and it really tugged at my heart. Louise Moore, when we lost our 24-year-old granddaughter, Mary Kimmy Hill. The Honor Guard was there for us. We will always be appreciative of them. And this is from Louise Moore. Louise, thank you so much, and we're so sorry for your loss. Sergeant Fred Beeler, thank you for everything you do to the community. And Beth Stropman simply saying thank you. Beth, thank you for your support.
Did you want to remember you?
Lena Linda Odom Lloyd, thank you, Honor Guard, for all you do. You handled my father's funeral, and it was beautiful. I appreciate all of you and your dedication to veterans. And one more, anonymous, in support of selfless volunteers who already gave part of their lives for this country and now honor their compatriots who have passed on. I think that's a good moment at which to end our broadcast here online right now on WATE.com. But don't forget, we're going to be back on the air on WATE starting at 4 o'clock. We'll have more of our supporters coming in, presenting their donations, and we hope to hear from you as well. Again, give us a call or donate online. Thank you so much for supporting Operation Honor Guard Day of Giving.